Clayton Homes of Burleson is committed to helping you and your family find the manufactured home of your dreams. Come tour our fully furnished display models to see available features and floor plans. Have you dreamed of owning a home that you can customize to fit your style? Our friendly team members are experts in showing you our homes that fit your needs and your budget. We are proud to be able to offer new, energy, smart zero homes that can save you even more money in the high-quality Clayton-built home. Stop by our home center to start your home buying journey today. Conveniently located at 3275 South Burleson Boulevard, that is I-35 West at exit 30, or visit our website at claytonhomesburleson.com. Clayton Homes of Burleson, proud Rattler supporter.
Hello and welcome again, everybody, to another action-packed, adventurous show, Experience the Burleson Difference, episode 26. I am your host, as always, David Wood, and joining alongside me today, the GM of Clayton Homes, Burleson, Texas, and that would be Carl Nunn. And, of course, the preface about our show is that what we want to do is talk about the Clayton Energy Smart Zero built homes and the manufactured home buying experience as a whole. I'm trying to get this down.
That's not the first time or the last time.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right. Well, today we would primarily like to focus on our red tag sales event and why it's a perfect time for customers to take advantage of all the savings and additionally the seriously low down payment program that we've got going. And in that vein, we've had a lot of people coming in asking about financing.
That's right.
And how that works and how the process of all of that works and how it all ties in with what you're doing. A lot of people, when they come in, Carl, they're just scared to death. They don't know what they need to do to be able to make a mortgage put together. They've heard a lot of different things, that it's different from site built and that it's all the different things, but it's really, it is different from site built in the effect that on a manufactured home, you could buy a house and not even own the property.
That's right. That's right. You don't have to actually own the property. And that's a big benefit, folks, because property's hard to find sometimes. You know, we're here in Johnson County, and Johnson County has some regulations, you know, 1 house, 1 acre, 1 septic. And so a lot of folks have a hard time, you know, finding a piece of property. Might be $80,000, $90,000 an acre here in Johnson County. Now, you can go outside and go toward Hood, Hill, Ellis County, some other places, and still find some cheaper land also as well. But, you know, what I will tell you is the most important thing is get pre-qualified. That's what we talk about financing. People are always asking about financing. What's it going to take to buy a home? And we tell everybody the most important thing is to come in, let's sit down, let's talk, let's get pre-qualified. And you hear it in the site built world too as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing. They're going to tell you the most important thing is to get pre-qualified. And we're going to tell you why. Getting pre-qualified allows you to establish your budget and to also know moving forward with confidence that you can actually buy what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes your stress level a lot easier. Now, I know you're probably not watching this live. You may be watching this live, but we're doing this at 3:00 on Hump Day.
Yeah.
Possibly the worst time to do this. I need a big old cup of coffee. We're going to talk about financing, probably the toughest thing to talk about in the middle of a Wednesday. But that's okay. That's okay.
You know, I get excited about financing and about the questions about financing because typically when somebody's wanting those answers, they've already pretty much got the home ownership in their head. They like the homes.
Sure, they're ready.
Of course, how can you not like the homes? I mean, we're going to have the right home for you on our sales center. And especially now during the Red Tag sales event, we're going to have the best sales price. But we can also help you get the best mortgage out there. And we're very transparent and honest about the process. When you come in, you'll see a board like this. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here. This is our lender board, Carl. Tell them what they're looking at here, the top level and the bottom level, and how those work with one another.
Well, when you walk into the store, plainly labeled right in the middle of the lobby, it says lender information. So we have several different lenders that we deal with. Okay. We are not going to sit there and direct you and tell you who or what lender to go with, simply because we don't know which lender is the best for you yet. We really have to sit down and ascertain which lender is going to be best for you. All of them operate under different parameters. Some require real strict credit. Some of them are less strict with the credit. And so percentage of interest rates are going to, be fluctuating based on your credit, but also based on the I want to say the lending ability of the lender itself, they're all going to do something a little bit different. Their box is a little bit different. And so really the best thing for you to do is to come in, sit down and speak with us. You can read the information on the lender board and see which lender perhaps is best for you. There may be some that you say, you know what, there's no reason for me to even send my information because it says it's got to be a 720 minimum credit score. So you decide you don't want to send your information to that lender, and that's fine.
But how do you know that you don't have a 720?
Well, that's the thing. You don't know until you do.
Well, wait a minute. Credit Karma tells me that I got a 640.
Well, folks, I tell you what, Credit Karma, I tell everybody, is a good guideline. It's a good place to start, but your scores are going to be anywhere between 20 and 40 points off one way or another. And you won't really know because the lenders are going to pull credit from different bureaus, and some even pull from all three bureaus and average them, or some will pull in the three bureaus and they'll throw the top and the bottom one out and pick the middle. You don't know what the lenders are going to do. They're all going to do something a little bit different. So it's important that you come in and get pre-qualified. You'll actually check what lenders you want to send your application to. And like David said, there's a top tier and a bottom tier here, a top line and a bottom line. The top one is what we call in our industry a chattel mortgage. It's home only, there's no land involved. And the bottom is with land and home.
Right.
So you're financing your land and your home together. Now, that doesn't mean you're buying land. It could mean you already have land and you're using your land as collateral. It could mean you have a friend or family member or somebody who's gifting you land and you're using the equity for your down payment. Or it could be that, yes, we're purchasing a brand new piece of land that's undeveloped, that's brand new to you, and we're putting the whole thing together with delivery setup, skirting, AC steps, driveways, foundations, garages, and we do all that. So we're a one-stop shop for all of it. But the main thing is I don't want you to be too confused on financing.
Yeah, because it's simple. And even on the lender board, we make it real simple. This is alphabetically arranged, so we don't tell you exactly who you need to use, or we'll guide you to the type of loan that you're going to be looking at. But we cannot and will not tell you, hey, you need to go with this lender. Hey, you need to go with that lender. Now, some of them offer some really good incentives, which right now,
great programs.
Which right now Vanderbilt has a great program on the seriously affordable down payment, which y'all have heard us in the last couple of weeks talk about.
And you can read that on the board that was up there a moment ago. You can read that on the far right-hand side, V for Vanderbilt. You can see there that they're offering that low down payment program. And guys, this is through the end of the year. So if you take advantage of it now, it's $1,500 down for a single and $3,000 down for a double. Okay. Now that's, if you qualify for 10 or 15% down, you're going to get that 1,500, 3,000. That is a huge savings for a lot of people, and those that would have normally qualified for a 5% down are going to get that $1,500, and even some, like we talked about last week, some are going to get a 0 down approval.
Yeah, they went with the 6-month payment option. I mean, bi-weekly payment option, right. And they were able to, because they qualified for the affordable down payment, they were able to go to 0 down, which, man, that's just exciting. We hear a lot of people come in and go, well, I'm a first-time home buyer, so I get 0 down. No, you don't.
Not necessarily how it works. But folks, if you come in and you just say, hey, how does financing work? We'll sit down with you. We'll be real slow and make sure that you understand. We'll be very transparent. We'll show you all the different information from the lender boards. I don't want it to get so confusing that it seems like too much information, because really it gets easier as we take that funnel of information. We have a lot of information when you first come in, and as we talk and as we discuss, we can narrow down and focus on the lenders and get to where we know what the best program is for you. And then once we get a pre-approval from a lender, then that's going to make life a lot easier for you, because you know exactly what you can do. We know exactly what you can do, and we can find the right house with the right piece of property or the right community. And speaking of communities, we have 18 houses in communities right now ready to move in that you can be in before Christmas, and most of them are $1,500 down availability.
Absolutely. So right now, and I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but it's not. Right now is the best time if you're wanting to get in a house. Plus, you get a tax break.
Yes.
If you buy before the end of the year, you're going to get a tax break. It's going to be sizable, folks. So take advantage of it while you can. Now, I just downloaded this because
Well, it's red tag sale time too, so we've also marked the houses down.
Exactly.
So you can take advantage of, and I always like to stack these things together because that's when really the impact of it comes together. You've got red tag sale.
Best price.
Well, if you marked it down.
Right.
Okay. Down payments are $1,500
Absolutely.
and $3,000.
Yeah.
You still have 60-day no pay.
60-day no pay.
Okay. If you need something right now, we have 18 houses already set up
18
in park.
plus houses here.
That's right.
On the lot that you can buy with the furniture and decor
Furniture,
included.
Red tag, furniture and decor included.
So the best price. And then if you do a land home, you do like an FHA land home, or you set that home up right, interest rates fall down in a couple of months from now, whatever, you can refi. So folks, take advantage of what you got. I just downloaded this really quickly because I thought I already had it. I didn't. Now, a lot of folks come in and go, man, I just got to give you my life story when I get into a home. No, you don't. And I put this up here so you guys could follow along. And basically, what all lenders ask for are what they call conditions to loan. So you're pre-approved, and we're going to take that pre-approval to a full approval. And how do we do that, Carl? We got to meet stipulations that the bank sets forth. Well, guess what? We got you a cheat sheet right here.
Well, before you go on that cheat sheet, here's what I will tell you so that everybody understands. And this is very, very important. If you've been out shopping and you have a pre-approval, okay, it's worth this piece of paper, folks.
There you go.
That's all it's worth. It's a pre-approval. What that means is based on the information that you gave me on the application, you've been pre-approved. So we took the information you gave us on the application and we said, based on this information, we can do this, okay? To get a full approval, an underwritten approval, an underwriter looks at it, meaning the bank says, yes, we'll accept this. You've still got to come up with a few things.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've had customers that have I've actually been in before, and I tell them, hey, look, go talk about it, think about it, pray about it, do whatever you need to do. When you come in, bring these items. These are common items that all lenders ask for on conditions. Boy, when I do your application and I download these conditions in with your application, boy, the lender looks at it a little differently, don't they, Carl?
That's right, because they have all the information they need available to make a great decision for you and to give you the best rate, and they know you're serious. When you come in and you already have all your conditions, now, folks, you can bring this in at the time of the application, and you can streamline your process very, very quickly because you'll get that pre-approval. And if you like what you see on the pre-approval, you can immediately ask them to go ahead and get the underwritten approval. And if you've already brought in this information, so you can grab a pen, you can grab your phone, you can take a screenshot of what we have up on the screen. You can take a picture of this, folks. 30 days pay stubs, okay?
Yes.
With your year-to-dates on your pay stub.
Right.
Okay? 60 days of bank statements. You can run by the bank and ask for them, or you can print them off the computer.
Exactly.
If you have access to your computer.
Checking and savings, that's very, very
That's
important. Bring those in. And then your personal information, your social security card and your driver's license. A lot of folks, they'll go, well, I don't carry my social security card around. Well, you're not supposed to. Knuckleheads like me do, but you know, some folks don't. So
do not laminate. I laminate.
Don't laminate them. And then your savings, your 401k, IRA savings, or other retirement statements. If you're retired, if you no longer work, oh my goodness, I'm jealous. Bring those documents in. I'm getting close.
You know, and those statements have two things. One is they know you have the ability to save, and they can see that you're a saver. That looks good in their eyes. You may be able to use 401k funds for a down payment if you need to. And guess what, folks? If it's for the purchase of a home, you can pull out those 401k savings and not pay a penalty.
That's right.
The 10% penalty does not apply. So if you have money in a 401k and you want to take advantage of the $1,500 no down, leave your money in the bank. Just take out $1,500. You don't need to take out $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. All you need is $1,500 or $3,000 to get into a home, and that's huge, folks. Especially right now, when the interest on, well, I'll say the interest. Let's just say the gains on your 401k are pretty good right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I bought my first house, I had to put like $25,000 down, and I looked at my savings account later and wanted to cry. It's just, boy, what a program this! And at that time, I had like 800 credit score, so you know. I could have had a $3,000 I could have had a $3,000 down. All right. Tax info, 2 years W-2s and 2 years of full tax returns. Now, don't bring me your full tax returns unless you're like a 1099 or a self-employed person.
That's right.
Typically, all they want are those 2 years of W-2s.
The W-2s, 1040s, your two pages of your 1040s, all you really need. Now, folks, understand that when you don't have a traditional job, you're not getting a paycheck stub with a year-to-date dollar amount on it. If you have non-traditional income, if you have your own business, if you are a contractor, you're 1099, they're going to base that income off your tax returns.
Yep.
So they're going to take 2 years worth of tax returns. They're going to divide it by 2 and say that's your income.
There you go.
So what we want you to know is, most people there. I tell everybody there's 3 things you got to have, 3 pieces of the puzzle. Okay. One is your debt to income ratio, one is your credit score, and one is equity, which is a fancy word for how much down payment you got.
Yeah, down payment or land.
Yeah, down
Your
payment
land
or
could be your
land. That's
land.
exactly
Now,
equity.
There's a note on this, and folks, I want you to really read this. It says, do not open any new lines of credit until your loan is closed. So the day you get your pre-approval, don't go, oh, we're going to be homeowners. We need to get a new Jeep to put in the front of our house so that we really look not. No, don't do that. Don't do that until after you're
Go
closed.
to the furniture store and open a $15,000 line of credit.
Don't do
and
it.
Buy a bunch of new furniture for the house. Come
Don't do
on,
it.
David.
If any part of your down payment will be a gift, like mom and dad love you, or your, mistress loves you and she wants to gift you and your wife, some money for your down payment, you have to have a gift letter. So if you don't want the wife to know about the mistress, you might not want to get the gift letter, so you might not want to take her money.
Well, and the gift letter, you have to understand, you're going to show them your bank account statement, and all of a sudden that down payment money, where did it come from? Well, it didn't come out of your bank account, so where did it come from? It came from a gift letter, and that's easy for you to do. Just ask for a real quick gift letter. Gift letter can be written on a piece of paper. I gave my kids $1,500 to buy their new home.
Yeah.
It's real simple, real easy. Yeah. They just want to know where the funds for the down payment came from. It's not mattress money.
Right.
Mattress money that sits there for a while. Deposit that mattress money in the bank. That's better for you, folks. A lot safer that way.
Yeah.
But these are the items that the bank is going to need. Okay. And they need it so that they can fully qualify your loan. Okay. A pre-approval. Please understand. I went down to the store and I talked to so-and-so and I got a pre-approval. I'm good to go. Maybe because you haven't gotten fully approved. Have you given that information that we just gave, the information we just asked for, have you given it to that bank yet? If not, you're not fully approved yet.
No.
So,
and your lender could ask for additional information. So don't think, well, hey, I gave you everything you asked me to bring, knucklehead. Now, why are you asking for more stuff? Well, because no 2 loans are the same.
That's right.
None are the same. There's difference in all of them, and there might be something they may have to clarify with the underwriter. Now, once the lender has had all the items they need, your loan application will be sent to underwriting. When your loan application clears this step, you will get an email or a call informing you that you are clear to close. Man, I love clear to close.
Clear to close.
Oh, let's say it real slow. Clear to close. At that point, someone from your lender will contact you and discuss your interest rate, closing cost fees, and monthly payment options. Don't ask Jason or Raul or Benton or David.
I can't tell you.
Hey, what's it? I can't tell you. We can't tell you. We're not lenders. We're not your lender. And every lender is different, as we attest to on the board. So you need to get this information from the lender. If anybody else out there gives you all this information, well, your interest rate is going to be this and your closing cost is going to be this, and they're lying to you because they have no way of knowing.
Or they advertise as low as all over their fences.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, here's what you have to understand. Interest rates right now are somewhere, 7, 8%, 9%. That's a true interest rate.
Yes.
If you're seeing a 4.5 or a 5 or a 3% interest rate, all those are buy downs. Okay.
Yeah.
What's a buy down? I don't want to get too.
That's when you pay for it.
I don't want to get too caught up in the minutia, but you're paying interest up front to lower your interest long term. It may be of your benefit. It may not be of your benefit.
It's the wimpy of the sales process. I'll gladly give you this if you pay me this today.
Yes.
That's just.
So you got to look at the savings and see if it's really worth your while or not. But folks, here's what I want to tell you. We'll be transparent with you. We'll tell you what we're doing and not doing. We'll show you what you can and can't do. We'll get you to that full approval stage from that pre-approval stage, And like I said before, if you come in with a pre-approval, we'll look at it. We're happy to help you. I know there's a lot of different lenders out there. Some lenders are more difficult to get through the process to the full approval than the others. Some of them take a lot more time than the others. The lenders that we have on our lender choice board have been vetted for a long period of time and do a lot of loans. I had a customer the other day that came in and said, hey, I can't say the name of the bank. Sorry. I want to use a bank that's out of another state that I've got an approval with. And I said, great. So I called my corporate office and said, hey, is this bank authorized to do business with us? Yes, they were. How many loans have they done with us in the last year? 3. Okay. Folks, we're talking about the entire United States, 400 plus stores that Clayton owns, and they've done 3 loans with us. Yeah. That's not the kind of lender you want to use, folks. Nope. You want to use a lender that will get you to the finish line and will get you to the finish line in a relatively quick period of time. Okay, so a little bit of reality check here, and I get flustered sometimes because I tell everybody we eat houses. So what I mean by that is somebody comes in, they buy a house from us, we order the house gets here. As soon as the house gets here, we deliver it, set up skirting, AC steps, give you the keys, and get you in that house in about a 2.5, 3 week period of time sometimes from the time the house gets here.
Yep.
Okay. And even then for you, I understand you might be living with a family member or somewhere else. The anticipation of moving to that house, man, you're just so excited, and I can understand that. And I know you want to get in there, but 2 to 3 weeks, man, that is fast. That's super fast. And you would never know that if you bought from us because you don't have anything to compare it to. But most of the places you go, folks, we're talking months.
Yep.
We're talking 4 to 6 months.
We mentioned these folks the other day that came in, my customers that came in, and they were so flustered because they had been pre-approved from a dealership, and it was taking several weeks, and they kept asking for more documentation and more documentation. I sat down with them. I gave them one of these right here, and I said, hey, go get me all of this stuff. Well, I've already got all that stuff. I can send it to you right now, David. Okay, well, let's do an application. They sent me all their stuff. I sent the application and all their documents in. How long did it take for them? We just split and wrapped their house here. They're taking advantage of one of our red tagged houses. They're getting all the furniture and decor in, and we're putting them in Astoria Crossing. And how long is this taking? How long is this taking? It's just a matter of a couple of weeks. It's the same month that they came in. This deal is going to be done and over with within the same month. They're going to be having Thanksgiving in their new home.
That's right.
So it can happen that quick. So folks, if you're thinking about, hey, at the first of the year, man, we're gonna get serious about this home shopping. No. Don't wait. Don't delay. Come in today. Get started on the process, and we'll help you through this. Very transparent and very honest.
Well, and I will tell you, folks, I'm a member of the Texas Manufactured Housing Association board. Just got back from the annual convention. I will tell you that everyone is really, really optimistic and excited about the year that's coming up. We have a very let's just say we have a very pro business environment that's coming up. And people think that oil and gas is going to pick up, that industry is going to pick up, the taxes are going to come down, and the demand's just going to get higher, folks. So if you're sitting on the sideline and you're waiting and you're thinking that it's going to get better than it is right now,
no,
it's not, folks.
Get in the game, folks.
Supply and demand makes houses go what?
Up.
Folks. So even if your interest rates come down, your prices go up.
As the sales go up, the prices of lumber are going to go up. Your cost for building that home is going to go up because we're producing more homes. A lot of people say, well, how can you say that? They're going to go up if things are going to get so much better. It's because of what he said, supply and demand. And you can only cut so many trees, and you only have so many mills that you can produce the supplies that you need to the factories, and then the factories can only put out so many houses.
Well, and with all the storms we've had in Florida and over in North Carolina and that area down there, they've already told us prices of materials are going to go up. We're just now seeing, what was that Hurricane Beryl that came through Texas? We're just now seeing the demand from it coming up. You haven't seen anything for the North Carolina and the Florida floods and the North Carolina floods and the hurricanes. You haven't even seen the impact of that yet.
No.
Okay. And and believe it or not, this all came up during my meeting. Chinese New Year's coming up. Okay. The Chinese, they decided to take the day off for a while. And so all the shipments and stuff slow down.
Yep.
Okay. Harder to get materials and parts and stuff from that area of the world. And so, all these supplies are going to be in short demand, and there's short supply with a lot of demand. And so it's going to make things more difficult to get coming March, April, May, June, July. So that's the peak time of our year also as well, because weather and everything cooperates. Kids are getting out of school, families are moving, all those things. So it's not going to get a better time to buy than it is right now. No. Red tag sale. We have our specials going on. We have our seriously low down payment program. You haven't seen the effects of anything politically happening yet, but all this stuff is going to come into I'm going to call it the perfect storm, because it's really positive for the country and the economy in Texas. It's just for the housing market, it's not going to make things easier.
That's right.
And so I'd love to see y'all come in now. Let's go ahead and start the approval process. Remember, pre-approval is just a piece of paper that says, based on what I see on the application, yes, we can move forward. Then we have to prove everything that's on the application with all the items that David asked for a little while ago. You have to present those items. When you have those items, then we get the sweetest words?
Clear to close.
And that means you're going to have 3 days to review everything that you've been sent, all your numbers, your paperwork. And if you feel good and those 3 days go by, then we can go ahead and close on the loan. Once we close on the loan, then we can start the work that needs to be done. Any pads, foundations, any improvements on the property can
utilities
be done.
And that sort of thing.
And if you buy a red tag house that's here, then we're going to get you that house really, really quick. If you are buying a spec unit, we clear to close, sign the documents, and you're moving in 3 days.
There you go.
So that's really, really quick. And if you want to order a home and you want to take a little bit of time and you can sit back and take a breath, then we can do that too, folks. But we're planning on right now, if we're doing land home, we're looking at March, April times to give keys right now. So just keep all that in mind. We want to do it on your time frame. We do have holidays coming up. Everybody lose their mind during the holidays, and everybody wants to take a break and kind of sit back. And I understand that, and I'd love to do that too also as well. There's people taking time off and doing those things, but it does complicate our world and trying to get deliveries and things done. So the sooner you start, the better.
The better. And so to recapsule, here's what I want everybody to come away with on today's show. And that is, if you have questions about how to get it to that process through financing and that sort of thing, or if you have questions, you can either call or come by here and one of us will go through that. We've got a lot of experience here. We've dealt with a lot of deals where we've seen just about every deal that's come across the table. So if we don't have those answers, we can get you with one of our lenders, our lender specialists, or if you want to hear from them just directly, we can do that. So the main thing is to come in and get started as soon as possible so you can take advantage of all these programs, and so that we can get you in that nice, stellar, beautiful home.
And folks, when David says one of us, what he means is one of our team members. Yeah. We have David here. David's been with me for quite some time. Huge amount of experience in the industry, folks, 20 plus years. Myself, 20 plus years. Benton, our sales manager, is fantastic. Benton, sales manager extraordinaire, that's right. And then we have Jason Hollis here also as well. And then Raul Suazua, who speaks fluent Espanol, so he can help you with if you have that need, Spanish language need, we can help you with that. So Raúl habla español, y si usted quiere que hable con usted, él también le puede ayudar y puede ayudarle con ITIN y también con números sociales. Como usted quiera, tenemos una persona aquí que puede hablar con usted y ayudarle con comprar la casa.
Yeah, I get excited when he talks like that because it's closer to margarita time.
That's exactly right.
Margarita time. All right. Well, this has been a fun one, folks. Again, if you have any questions, there's our number and our address. You guys need to come by and see us here at Burleson Homes, where we truly have the difference. You want to come by and check us out. Well, that's going to do it for today's broadcast. We'll be back next week with episode 27 as we have more to talk about the Burleson difference. Until then, God bless, and we'll see you down the road.